Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. We are here to explain about a novel entitled It End With Us. Before doing an explanation, it's better to introduce ourselves first. My name is Shofiyatun. I'm the moderator here. I'm not alone because I'm accompanied by my partner here, namely Fikri Aulia Mulyadi and Dzikran amadan. I invite Dzikran to explain the identity book of the book.
Okay, thank you, Shofiyatun. I will explain the identify of this book. The title of this book is It and With Us. The author of the book is Cullen Hoover, and there are so many characters. There are Lily, Riley, and Atlas. Sorry, there are a mistake on the poster. There should be written Atlas, but there are Cullen. Sorry. And then first release of this book is to August 2016. And there are quotes from this book. There is no such things as bad people. We're all just people who sometimes do bad things. That is the identify of the book, and I give it back to Sofiatun.
Thank you, Dzikran. Then please go to Fikri to explain the summary of the story.
Okay, thank you for Shofiyatun for the change. So this novel, It End With Us, contain a story where some of the scene may be a trigger for a number of people who have certain such as traumas or something, because the story in this novel contain physical violence as well and also sexual violence too. In a sense, Cullen Hoover in this novel, which It End With Us, wants to describe how unhealthy relationships are, known as toxic relationship. Cullen Hoover is also able to provide answers that are expected to be a solution and listen to that readers can take if they are in unhealthy relationship, which for your information that this novel is based on true story, which is this novel it based on Cullen Hoover parent story. So that's it from me. I'll give it back to Sophie. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the explanation. Then please Fikri to explain the beginning of the story.
Okay, thank you. So this story it is tells about one point of view which from Lily. So Lily kind of a lonely girl in who lives in Boston. She used to feel like lonely, and then until one day when her father died. His name is Andrew, and even though Lily kind of didn't like her father or Andrew, because there is some reason that her father Andrew is used to behave rudely to her mother until he was doing abusive things, until but Lily still found it difficult to move on with her father. She used to remember that what her father used to do or did when he was live, and then Also, she was kind of lonely, so she used to did or stay in a rooftop in a building, which is her neighbor building. But one day, Lily she's not alone. She was not alone because she met a man. His name is Riley. So Riley he is a neurosurgeon who always stress about his work, and that in that day, Riley wants to stay at the rooftop because he feels like he wants to feel calming than ever. So they met each other, but it was uh, not long because it is just 15 minutes because Riley received a message and on call from his work. So, but before that, Riley and Lily meet each other, and also they were talk each other until they don't know that they didn't realize that they until they talk, and also they share their secret together until Lily was fell in love with Riley. And then after a few months later, Lily opened a flower shop business, but the only employee at his flower shop turned out to be Riley's sister. So it was a fate that had purposely brought them together again after a long time. So this is from me. For the continuous story will be shared by Shofiyatun. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for the explanation, Fikri. Then the next will continue by myself to explain the story. This section tells about the relationship between Lily and Riley, who have started to get to know each other, especially since Riley's brother is Lily's little friend, who has almost killed by her father. The younger brother of Riley is named Atlas, who is now successful besides being Atlas safe. He is also the owner of the restaurant where Atlas works. At one point, Riley invited Lily to eat a restaurant who would have thought that the restaurant was by owned by Atlas. Lily and Riley then chat with each other. They share stories about their personal life and also the naked truth. Lily saw Riley as someone who has smart and could make him happy. Then, after a long time of acquaintance, Lily and Riley finally got married. And when they got married, it was not peaceful because Riley was always rude to Lily, that which remind him of his past when Lily's mother was always tortured by Lily's father, who has now died. So many explanation from me and will be explained by Dzikran, please.
Okay, thank you, Shofiyatun. I will continue the story of the book. After getting to know each other, they decided to get married. But one day, an unexpected event occurred. This incident reminded Lily of her childhood memory, where her father often hurt her mother. It happened exactly that way. Riley threw a punch at Lily, which he immediately regretted. After that incident, Lily was still trying to calm herself down. and thought positively that Riley hit her because they were panicking and drunk. After the incident, Riley invited Lily and Lily's mother to have dinner together at a restaurant. The restaurant that Riley chose was not an ordinary restaurant, but a restaurant owned by Atlas Korea, a childhood friend who filled Lily's past with sweet and tragic memories. Atlas, who had known Lily and certainly cared about her little friend, then realized that the bruises of Lily's eyes were the result of Riley's action. Riley and Atlas' first meeting that night became the beginning of hostility between the two. Riley loves Lily very much, but his love seems too big for him to beat Lily because he doesn't want to lose Lily. In the end of the story, Lily and Riley decided to separate. That's all. Me, I get back to Shofiyatun.
Thanks, Dzikran, for the explanation. If the rat step on the earth, if fly step on the code, that's all of us. Sorry if there are shortcomings, because perfection only comes from God, and mistake come from Satan. We are only victims. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.